Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are talking about fat. No, cut. No, not my fat. Today we're talking about brisket fat. We're gonna be doing a very simple recipe that requires just 2 ingredients. A bunch of brisket fat from your trimmings and a pot. We're gonna be using 2 grills today. We're gonna be using our Monument Grills 860/30 pellet smoker and our Monument Grills Clearview 4-burner gas grill, but we're only using the side burner. And we're gonna be making smoked beef tallow. Let's get started. I have probably 8 or 9 pounds of fat here, which I knew at some point I was gonna make beef tallow. I didn't know when, and I really didn't know how. I had to go on the internet and read about it, but we're gonna basically dump all this in the pot, or as much as it'll fit in here, and then we're gonna take it out to the smoker, let it smoke for, I don't know, an hour or so. Then we'll put it on low on the side burner and just let it render down about every 30 minutes. We'll cut it with a wooden spoon, make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom, and then we'll filter it out and have some nice beef tallow. This should be fairly easy. I don't know why the introduction's so long. So let's get started. Step 1, take your frozen shavings. And it's okay, you can see that there's a lot of meat in there still, you know, like that. There's some meat on there. That's okay. We're gonna be rendering all this down. The meat's not gonna stay on there. We gotta make sure that we get out all the particles. I don't know if I'll be able to do all this at once, but we're gonna do as much as we can. But we definitely want giant chunks like this. This is the liquid gold we're looking for. So I'll take out some of those prime pieces of this one and put it in the pot. This is a lot harder than it looks. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I got all the rest of this. Liquid gold, I'd say that's enough. We'll save the rest. I said it like a Spanish inflection there. This will go back in the freezer. So let's hop out to the smoker, which I've already set on the smoke setting. And let's let this smoke for, I don't know, an hour. I said we were adding 2 ingredients earlier, the fat and the pot, but our 3rd ingredient, which really isn't, you know, we all know smoke is flavor. So we're adding smoke here. And it goes as simple as this. This is the hard part. Right there. That's it. Most beef tallow you would just take, put on the side burner, let it render down over low for a couple hours. We're doing this outside too because it tends to have, not a bad smell, but it can have a smell. At least that's what I've been told. I've never made beef tallow, I don't know. So I'm just going by what other people recommend by doing it outside so we don't have this house full of beef tallow smell. In the same instance, we're hoping that we can infuse that fat with some of the smoke coming off the pellet grill. Let's check back in an hour. There we go. It's been a little over an hour, so we're going to go to our side burner here and we're going to turn it on. Then we come over here to our ignite button. It is lit and we're going to turn that low. So now we're going to step over here to the pellet smoker, which has been smoking for maybe an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. But hopefully that's enough to get that infused smoke smell, smoke taste that we're looking for. And you really can't tell much. It de-thawed, if that matters. And we're going to come over here and put it there. I'll come back here every 30 minutes with a wooden spoon just to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom, and this should take just a few hours. You might be thinking, why don't I have a lid on this? We're just gonna leave it uncovered. You don't have to put a lid on it or anything. We're just gonna let the open air get it, and hopefully we'll be done in just a few hours. Now, come in close, let's take a look, and if you see right there, all that liquid gold right here, we got some nice beef tallow rendering. So what I'm doing is just taking a wooden spoon and I'm making sure that there's nothing sticking to the bottom and making sure all the good fat gets on the bottom so that every piece gets a chance to render. And we'll do this every 30 minutes over the next couple hours. All right, come on in and look a little close here. This has been rendering down for about 2 hours now, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the flame, and we can see that we have this nice liquid gold here. I have a colander here and a bowl, and we're going to pour this in just to catch all the huge bits of fat. All that fat is going to go right in the trash. So here's how this goes. Beautiful. That is a lot of fats rendered down. All right, so we caught a few of the bits in there, and that's again just gonna be discarded in a little bit, but here we have our beef tallow. Now, what we have to do is filter this beef tallow, and there's a lot of different ways. There's some that have like a micro mesh built into a filter and all that kind of stuff. We go simple here. So I have a skimmer from Williams-Sonoma, and we're gonna use, I guess, these blue ones because they're pretty absorbent. So we are gonna lose a little bit here. Come on in here. And we're just gonna pour it through. And this, we don't want any of those bits in there, the meat bits or anything else. This is gonna catch everything. But you can see it going through, and I can already see a lot of stuff that it's catching. Look at that in there. So we had a little bit of a blowout. The plastic melted because it's still hot, and I'm an idiot. We're gonna take another one, and I've got a Pyrex cup here, and we're just gonna filter over that because this can handle the heat. Now you can see our screen caught some of them here, the paper towel did, but we do have a few bits at the bottom, if you can see those. Might be hard to see, but we're gonna filter this again, just by dumping it out and pushing it right through. You see, we don't claim to be perfect on this channel, and that definitely was a stupid moment, but we're gonna filter through. And we still had a lot. We had about 2 cups, which is plenty. Filtered twice, let's head inside. This is our end result. We filtered it twice through the skimmer and through a paper towel. That gave us a really nice consistency, no bits at the bottom, anything like that. The great thing about beef tallow, you may be wondering, okay, now that I have beef tallow, what am I gonna do with it? It's really great on potatoes in the pan. It's even been theorized or hypothesized, or whatever you want to call it, that McDonald's back in the day, back when their fries were really good, that they used to fry their fries in beef tallow. So there's lots of options that you can use this for, and when it cools down and it solidifies, it goes white like bacon fat, anything else, and it has a 3-month shelf life. So the possibilities are endless. We have this nice smoke infused flavor. I'll try it on some potatoes this week and give you an update maybe a little bit later on my social media pages, but this is how you do smoked beef tallow. We have a beautiful, beautiful amount, 2 cups full, that's plenty. I would say we had a success here, so until next time, make sure you eat well, you do well, and you serve good food. We'll see you then.